Right, welcome to this update video for Striking School P82 and the Plus channel as well. I'm just going to lump the two updates together. So I haven't done a channel update video for a long time, been meaning to, and I should have been in the habit of doing it, but it's about time that I did a general sort of update, just on the sort of the structure of the channel, and then also the plans. We've come to the end of season 6, sort of do one season each year. Season 6 is finished now into January 2019, and so season 7 has begun. If you haven't seen it already, the first episode of season 7 is here on YouTube. So that's the Death Watch Space Marines, and they take on the Orcs in that fight. And then season 7 episode 2 is over on the Plus channel, but I've made that video free of charge to watch, so you can go over to the website. There's no need to log in or sign up. It's available to the public, international, so any country you can watch it. Just click on the video. It's Eldar versus Death Watch Space Marines, episode 2 of season 7, and you can just watch that video there on the Plus channel, just to give you a flavour of what the website's like and the platform where I run all of the extra content, the battle reports and so on. And then over on the Plus channel, there's I've reintroduced the free trial again, and I've matched what it used to be on YouTube, which is 14 days free trial. That's unlimited access to the entire website, free of charge. So if you do want to try out the whole of the channel and all of the content, then you get a 14-day free trial with it, and then after that it's the monthly amount. There's also a deal on for a year, so if you take a yearly subscription, you pay for 10 months and you get 2 months free of charge. So loads of incentives here. It's a great time to join the Plus channel. Loads of seasons of battle reports, and it's nicely filling out with a good lot of content. So if you enjoy what you see here on YouTube and you want more content and also support me in the work that I do, then check out the Plus channel. So reached 70,000 subscribers here on YouTube. It's a great milestone, and so a big thank you to all of you who've subscribed. Some of the subscribers have been on the channel here right from the very start. So obviously season 7, that means the channel's been going for about 7 years now. So thanks for all your support, and those of you that tune in and watch the battle reports and hit the thumbs up and leave comments and feedback and so on. So much appreciated, and very encouraging to see 70,000 subscribers on the channel. But it's all possible because of yourselves, so a big thank you to everybody. I will mention Instagram at this stage. So that's been running for, it's not even a year yet, a bit less than that. I've got a few thousand followers on there, but Instagram is a superb platform. Number of reasons. First one, I can use it as a backup if everything goes wrong. For some reason YouTube disappears, or some unforeseen circumstance. If you're on Instagram, then I can keep people updated what's going on there. So it's a great backup system, another platform that's separated from YouTube. Just go on Instagram. There'll be a link in this video description below, or you can just type in Striking School P82 on Instagram and follow me on there. It's a brilliant platform, very visual platform. It's all sort of pictures, some video, and you're able to keep up to date with what's coming off of the painting desk, so that the latest models that I'm painting, you can see them on there. Another great thing is I take pictures now during games. When I'm playing a battle report, I'll take different pictures here and there, sort of an overview of the game, and I put those on Instagram as well, just as a slideshow sneak peek, even before the actual battle report's release. So a great platform for sneak peeks as well. And then for the important videos, the main videos like big codex reviews, battle reports and so on, I upload the image, the thumbnail image, onto Instagram, so you've got an instant way, as well as being notified by YouTube, you've got an instant way of knowing an important video has been released. And that's for the Plus channel and for the regular channel as well. So Instagram, very happy with that platform. It's really good. I'm a bit late joining Instagram compared to some of the other YouTubers out there, but it is a really good platform to use. So encourage you to check out Instagram, and you can follow me on there. So this video is a bit about organisation as well. It takes time. You put a YouTube channel together, and you're sort of learning as you go along, but trying to get a good structure here. I think it'd be more enjoyable for everybody and more fair for all the different factions and players and so on if the organisation's good. So I've been splitting the battle reports into seasons, so that we're not just building up a huge league table, because then you could get one faction that's got tons of wins and they just stay there forever. And so I want to just reset the league each year. So we do seasonal battle reports. So season 6 finished. So that was the last double episode we did. Astra Militarum versus Tau. Tau needed to win both games. I'm sure most of you know the result of that, but if you want to catch that, that's the tail end of season 6. It finished in a really good climax there. It was very, very good. Nice way to end the season. So now starting in on to season 7. 2 games already live for that. As I mentioned at the start there, first one's here on YouTube. Check that one out if you haven't seen it already. That's Death Watch versus Orcs. Great way to kick off the season with the Orcs there. And then it's free to watch over on the Plus channel. Just sort of the first game of the season on the Plus channel. I'm going to make that free of charge for everyone to see, available to everybody. And that is Death Watch versus the Eldar, my controversial Eldar list. So the idea is I'm going to do, for seasonal battle reports, I'm going to split them half on YouTube and then half on the Plus channel. So they sort of alternate one between the other. So you watch one on YouTube, and if you're subscribed on the Plus channel, you can then watch one on there. So you're effectively getting double the seasonal battle reports. And if you really want to follow the entire season and all of the twists and turns and the victories and defeats, then you'll get that on the Plus channel. So really happy with that. Then on YouTube, I'm happy with the structure that I have. Sort of been manoeuvring and changing things around. So you've got your seasonal battle reports. I like splitting these things into different areas. And then we've got the Apocalypse games, very high demand, people wanting Apocalypse battles. And so people were asking for Tau versus Astra Militarum. We filmed it, great game, really happy with the response from that. And so we do have other Apocalypse games planned for the future. I'm not sure whether to give away what the plan is, but some very exciting and sort of first time Apocalypse games for certain factions that have never been an Apocalypse game on the channel. I'm planning to bring them in, so I'm very excited at the possibilities of that. And I plan to keep Apocalypse games on YouTube for everyone to enjoy. The challenge games as well, into this, over 70 episodes of that now. Different people coming in, some from different YouTube channels, others just general 40k players. Had some amazing challenge games, and so looking forward to just keeping those running. And those again are on the regular channel. If you go scroll down the home page on YouTube, you'll see the structure all laid out, the different types of battle reports that are there. Then there's, I've got complete army videos. That's that playlist. As you go down, you'll see that I've started a new series called Start Collecting. Plan to make that video just once, and that's just like an introduction into collecting a certain faction. So for example, with the Orcs, you'll see there's a Start Collecting for the Orcs, and that just gives you a general overview, practical sort of ideas and tips, and gives you a flavour of that faction. So if you're thinking about collecting a faction, watch the Start Collecting video, and that'll give you an idea of the experience I've had of different factions. And then you'll see there is the complete army overview videos. That's where I finished the list, finalised it, points are all updated and it's ready for war. I then do sort of a whole army overview, all of the units, the points, the tactics, and then zoom out and take a look at the army. And that gives you just lets you focus in on that specific army list and faction. So people have enjoyed those videos, plan to keep those running. Then painting tutorials and terrain I've merged into one sort of big playlist. Do plan on making more painting tutorials, and I sort of split those between the Plus channel and the regular channel. So regular painting tutorial will be here on YouTube, so that's something basic like a Space Marine or an Orc Boy, something sort of at that kind of level. And then I have on the Plus channel in-depth painting tutorials. That's like a bigger project, requires more detail, more attention, something like a Storm Surge for the Tau. That one's already up there. Sometimes it's a detailed character like Belisarius Call of the Adeptus Mechanicus. This is an in-depth painting tutorial for him. An Orc truck, sort of a bigger vehicle. So those kind of tutorials are there on the Plus channel. So you get a more detailed and sort of a bigger painting tutorial just there. I've been saying to people I'm going to do terrain tutorials, and they are in the pipeline. So I can show you progress here. It's the Adeptus Mechanicus terrain that Games Workshop have produced. This is almost finished. I've got some more, a little bit of weathering to do, some transfers to put onto this one here, and I maybe working on some Imperial propaganda posters as well, just to stick on to these also. But working on this terrain set here. So I plan, that's the official Games Workshop terrain, so I plan to do a painting tutorial for that. So if you like the look of this and the way it's come out, then keep a lookout for that tutorial, and that's hopefully in the near future. And that'll be here on YouTube. The regular tutorials will be here on YouTube. I do like for the terrain, I like to share that with the whole of the community to let people see how things are done. And then here, another one that's planned, it's an exciting one. This is the industrial terrain set from gamemat.eu. It's pre-painted, so it comes looking like this. And I've taken the idea of sort of doing an upgrade here, doing my own version. So I've sort of added in some AdMech transfers here, my own colour scheme, introduced some different metallic colours and so on, some chipping effects and washes, and it's turned it from that comes out of the box, which is great, but then you can customise it and make it your own. And you can see the plan is to have these link together and merge as one set, to see these two different types of terrain linked in, united by the colour scheme. So that's going to be a separate tutorial as well. I'll show you from start to finish, not to paint from zero, but to improve the paint job that they give you. So this is a great foundation here. I don't respray this, I just work on, you can see the colours there, I actually work on the colours they give you, and it's a very quick way. This is very quick here, but you can get some great results, and so I think that's a great improvement, and it will match in nicely with the terrain. So I've got a merger here of these two types of terrain, but linked together by the colour scheme. So a separate tutorial for that one here on YouTube as well. I hope to make that. So excited about that as well, to share how to upgrade gamemat.eu terrain. Yes, whilst I think of it, people have been asking about this for a long time. How do you make your chain link fences? I've just got the materials in the post, and I'll make another set of these, and also planning to make you can use the same structure and technique here to make gangways or walkways that you can place in between terrain pieces. So I plan to make tutorials to show you how to do them. It's your homemade, custom-made terrain, but this is an excellent set. I've used these, and over the years you'll see them in a lot of the battle reports, entirely homemade, and I'll show you the materials and the structure and how to put these together. But these chain link fences, I really like them. They've done a great job here in our different games, so keep a lookout for that one as well. And for those who've been waiting a long time, I do plan on making that tutorial as well in the near future. Yeah, so what I want to do is give you an update on all the different factions. These are the different factions that I have. I haven't really actually counted up the number of armies before, but I've got all the codexes here, and I have 14 factions here on the go, all at different stages. Some complete, some need a lot of work. And then if you include the new secret army project, that'd be 15 different armies. So it's quite a lot of stuff to run and update and so on. But I'll do that in a separate video. I'm going to run through all the factions here and give you an update on each one, the progress, structure, where they're at, what's the plans for them, and so on. A lot of people have been saying, what about Drukhari, what's the plan with them? What about the Imperial Fists, what's going on with those? So I'm just going to update you on all of them, so you know what to expect with each of the factions. So we'll keep that for a separate video. Just a few more bits for the Plus channel. Really happy with the way the structure's worked for that now. YouTube, they shut down the paid channels, it's a shame, but I think I've actually moved on to something better. The Plus channel on the VHX website is superior to YouTube, in my opinion. They've based it on Netflix, and if you have Netflix, you know how smooth and the navigation on that is. It's a really good setup, and so it's very similar kind of feel to that. The way they run the VHX website is excellent. I mean, I was in contact with them today, they respond straight away, so it's a great platform to work with. Any of you that use YouTube, you'll know that trying to make contact with anybody from YouTube and get help is very difficult, but VHX completely different. And they have like forums on there that you can use, which wasn't the case of YouTube paid channels, so really happy to see the forums up and running, and subscribers making a lot of use of those as well. So very happy with that. It's taken a while to settle down. It was about a year ago, almost a year, last February, I made the switch over to the VHX, but it's all settled down now. The full library of videos is all up there and uploaded, and it's all structured nicely. If you go on the website, you'll see it's all nicely organised. So that's good news for the Plus channel, and then just happy to continue on. what I've done is I've removed a lot of the shorter videos, like tactics videos, for example. I was doing some of those on the Plus channel. I'm shifting those over to YouTube now, the shorter ones. And so when you have the Plus channel, it'll be bigger, more important videos, battle reports, painting tutorials, big army development videos and so on, more important stuff. And the more valuable videos will be there on the Plus channel. So yeah, there is a secret project. It's one codex that I've not got in this stack here. It's for another faction. There's an army development video up and running for that. The plan for that then, those of you on the Plus channel, you already know, but the Plus channel secret project, the second secret project, Thousand Suns complete. Now it's this new faction, so it will be painting tutorials. Keep a look out for those, and then when we sort of hit about 1,000 points, start to introduce them into games. Maybe ally them, that 1,000 points, ally them with something else, if possible, and then start seeing in a few sort of low-level games, build all the way up to 2,000 points, and then announce it on YouTube. Just the same kind of structure as you saw when the Thousand Suns were announced on YouTube. And so it was a good fun project. Every step of the way was good fun, and it's been well received. So excited about the second secret project that's on the way. There's another series, a new series on the Plus channel. It's called Plus Channel Special Battles, and that'll be featuring very rare units, often the bigger units. So the first episode you'll see there, it features an Astraeus super heavy tank being used there. There's other types of units I want to use. I'm actually building, good news for Orc players and for those looking for an Orc Apocalypse, I am building my Stomper at the moment, finally. So there's a Stomper on the way. Maybe if you want to suggest a name for him, you can do in this video, looking for names for this big thing to use. But hope to feature that in games, specialist games, you know, lists that you don't usually see, something special, and put those onto the Plus channel. So I've already started, one episode's up and running for that already. Campaigns, yeah, do plan to make some more campaigns. I may well make some that are, instead of ones that I've made up, ones that are sort of official campaigns. So not going to give too much away about that, but that's a possibility. And I may end up alternating them, one episode on the Plus channel, one episode on YouTube, and sort of switching them in between so everyone can get a flavour of the narrative games that we have planned. So that's pretty much the update. That's pretty much all I can think of. If you have a question, by all means leave it in the comment section. If it's a question, I might be able to deal with it in another update, or if it's a sort of a shorter answer, then I can leave that in the comment section below. But that's just to give you an idea of what to expect. Very excited. Hopefully the structure's going to be nicely laid out this year. Going to try and let all of these factions get a good chance as much as I can. I'm going to try and keep it as a... Yeah, some people have been asking actually, how much are you going to push the channel and so on. Right from the start, I'm determined to keep it as a hobby and enjoy it as a hobby. And some people are saying, well, why don't you do Age of Sigmar, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? But I'm really going to stay Warhammer 40,000 and keep it at a hobby level. So I paint models that I like, play games that I like, collect factions that I like, and enjoy making the terrain. Don't want to start rushing out lots of content and putting myself under pressure to do gaming systems and so on. I'm not really interested in. So if you like Warhammer 40,000 and you like a whole variety of different factions and sort of competitive, fluffy based armies, so armies that I try and make them as competitive as I can, but within the bounds of keeping them fluffy, that's sort of the zone that I'm in, then you'll enjoy the content here on YouTube and on the Plus channel, keeping it as a hobby as well. So, you know, giving attention to things like tutorials as well for terrain and so on, and painting tutorials, keeping that aspect alive as well, and the enjoyable aspects like Apocalypse also, and everything to do with the hobby, you know, all the codex reviews and so on. So just going to keep all of that content running, and I've just expanded out to be able to do the Plus channel and keep it running. I think the content flow is pretty good. If anything I want to increase, it would just be more battle reports, so might be able to squeeze some more of those in, but doing pretty well, averaging about a battle report a week, if not slightly more, if you take into account both of the channels. So there it is, that's the update video. I do hope to make more in the future, just to keep you a pace of what's going on, what I have planned. So thanks to the 70,000 subscribers. Check out Instagram and follow me on there. It's a great way of keeping up to date and getting a sneak peek and photographs of the different miniatures that are coming off the painting desks. And then enjoy Season 7. Really looking forward to the different battles that we have lined up for that. Future Apocalypse as well. And if you really enjoy the content here on YouTube and you want to see more battle reports and more content and so on, and supports me in the work that I do, then check out the Plus channel, 14-day free trial. You can sample episode 2 from Season 7 battle reports is there to watch, and then if you sign up to the Plus channel, then you gain access to the entire website and all the forums and so on. There it is. That's the update here for Striker Scorpion 82. Thanks for all of your support, and tune in next time.